Good morning everyone. Myself Kausar Momin, ninth standard, subject Science, chapter number 2, Work and Energy. In this chapter, we are going to study about work, energy, mechanical energy, law of conservation of energy and free fall. Observe this picture. Girl is writing, boy is playing, this girl is watching TV and changing channel, and this man is weighing. So what you can observe over here, some kind of activities are happening over there. Some kind of activities means, are they working or not? So in this first question, we can say over here, in which of the pictures above has work been done? So we can say this girl is writing means she is wasting her energy, so that means work is there. This boy is playing, so he is also using his energy, that means work is happening. This girl is watching TV or changing channel, means some kind of activity is happening over there, that means again work is happening over here, like mental work or any kind of, she is having stress on her eyes, so that is comes in work only. This man is weighing back, so here also work is happening. So we can say yes, with all activities work has been done. The second question, from scientific point of view, when do we say that work has done? So whenever part of working, either mental work or any kind of stress works, so that comes in a part of work has done. So we can say in generally, any mental or physical activity is referred to as a work. When we walk or run, the energy in our body is used to do the necessary work. We say that a girl who is studying is working or performing work, but that is mental work. So here we can define a definition for work, that is, work is said to be done when a force applied on an object causes displacement of the object. Whenever object displaced, that means work has applied over there. So we can define that work in this way, that is, work is equals to force into displacement. Here use your brain power, just cancel it out, which comes in 25% reduced syllabus. Now here we have to see few parts, like what are the different types of forces and their example. So we have studied part of forces and their examples also. Now here that part we are going to discuss about through the examples. Meenakshi wants to displace a wooden block from A point to B along the surface of table as shown in figure. I'll show you. She has used force F for the purpose. Obviously she is applying a force, hence the work is done, right? So she is using her force to displace that block. Has all the energy she spent been used to produce acceleration in the block? Obviously no. Whatever force she is applying, that much energy is needed over there. Which force have been overcoming using that energy? So answer is, here we can observe these figures, like one girl is applying a force and she is moving this wooden car. This girl is moving wooden block on the table, and here one car is weighing on another one. So all this comes in a displacement. Okay, if the displacement is there, means that means work has done. Work has done means some energy is over there. All comes in together, like a relation is there in between them. So you must have seen the event depicted in the picture B and C above, when a child pulls a toy with the help of a string. Obviously that child pulls a toy this way. The direction of force is different from that of displacement. Obviously whenever we are applying a force, so it is little bit exactly opposite of that, the direction of that force. If you are stretching the string towards you, then force is applying exactly opposite to that of. Similarly, when a large vehicle tows a small one, the direction of force and the displacements are different. In both these cases, the direction of force makes an angle with the direction of displacement. Suppose if you are applying a force from this to this side, okay, so obviously whatever direction of the displacement is this one, so they are making an angle with the each other. Let us see how to calculate work done in such a cases. If direction is there, force and there, if they are making an angle with each other, so that means some kind of force is there. Like what kind of angle, you can ask me. Suppose this girl is stretching this toy towards her, then that means she is applying an force towards this car, right? Whatever displacement this car is making in this way, so obviously there is an angle. We will discuss this kind of diagram over here. Please observe. When a child pulls a toy cart, force is applied along the direction of the string, which we discussed now only. The cart is pulled along the horizontal surface. Obviously, in this case, in order to calculate amount of work done, we have to convert the applied force into the force acting along the direction of displacement. Obviously whatever force we are getting, that is acting direction of displacement. Let F be the applied force, obviously which force we are applying on it, and F1 be its component, means whatever force we are applying up after, while applying the force, whatever displacement is happening through that, that comes in a component force in the direction of displacement. Let S be the displacement and the amount of work done is given by this way. W will be F1 into S. F1 is a component force of the which we are applying, and S is the displacement. So here the force F is applied in the direction of the string, that is at an angle with the horizontal. Let theta be the angle that the string makes with the horizontal. We can determine the component F1 of this force, which acts in horizontal direction by means of trigonometry. Here this is the cart, toy cart. Here is the applied force, and the cart displacement is in this way na. So which is for this force, this one will be the component force. Now if when we are drawing a diagram based on this, here as per the trigonometry we are getting a rule, so we can apply the trigonometry ratio, and because of the theta is making an angle over here, so we can apply cosine angle with it. Why cosine only? If you are using sine, then with this sine it will come opposite to the hypotenuse. This opposite side we don't need, so we need this side, adjacent and hypotenuse part, so this will come in cosine. So here that's why we are using cos theta is equals to base upon hypotenuse. What is base part? F1. What is hypotenuse? F. So here we are applying that formula, cos theta is equals to F1 upon F. So just take this F on right hand side and keep this F on left hand side. So your formula will be F1 is equals to F cos theta. So instead of F1 we can substitute F cos theta. So we will get W is equals to F cos theta into S. So hence we can write Fs cos theta. F is applied force, S is displacement, and angle is cosine. If we see, if we'll keep the angle respect with it, So if we are keeping 0 angle for the same, then our formula will be f cos theta is 1, cos 0 is 1, so hence you will get that angle as 1. So 1 into f into s will be fs, right? If you are keeping angle with the 90 degree, then cos 90 is 0 and answer is going to become 0. If you are keeping 180 degree, then answer is minus 1 and hence this work done is negative. So as per the conclusion, we can say work can be positive, work can be negative, or work can be 0. That means there is no work, right? So in this way you can write your conclusion. Work can be positive, work can be negative, work can be 0. That means there is no work. So as per that we can define unit of work also. So this is in this table you can observe that unit for work and unit for work is, obviously we know the formula for the same, that is work is equals to force into displacement. So in SI system the unit for force is Newton and the unit for displacement, obviously that is meter. So hence you can write the force in Newton meter. So this is called as joule. Whatever we cannot write direct Newton meter. So we can define this thing as a joule. So 1 joule is equals to, if 1 Newton displace an object through 1 meter in the direction of the force, the amount of work done of the object is 1 joule. So hence we can say 1 joule is equals to 1 Newton into 1 meter. Hence we can write 1 joule. In CGS system, the unit of force is dyne and displacement is in centimeter. So hence in the same way we can write 1 erg. So you can define 1 erg as 1 erg is equals to 1 dyne into 1 centimeter. So hence there is a relationship between them, Newton meter, dyne centimeter, and hence there is a relation for joule and erg. So we know that 1 Newton is equals to 10 raised to the power of 5 dyne. That means 1 meter is equals to 10 raised to the power of 2 centimeter. So work is what? Force into displacement. 1 joule, 1 Newton, 1 meter, right? So 1 joule means 1 Newton means 10 raised to 5 dyne. 1 meter means 10 raised to 2 centimeter. So hence we can write 1 joule is equals to 10 raised to the power of 7 erg. What is the unit for work? Unit for work is joule in SI system, erg in CGS system, and 1 joule and erg, there is a relation between them, and that is 1 joule is equals to 10 raised to the power of 7 erg. Very important part. Next topic is positive, negative and 0 work, which I have shown you in the table, above table. Next is this thing. Before you answer, please cancel it out, which we don't need to do this one. Next topic is, here we have to discuss positive, negative and 0 work. So in this table you can observe that when the force and the displacement are in the same direction, that means angle is 0. Obviously whatever force you are applying this way and whatever displacement is happening this way only itself, means that is there is no angle, which we can say it as 0 angle. So we can say over there work done is positive. When the force and the displacement are in opposite direction, means we are applying force in this direction, whatever displacement are happening in this direction, they are exactly opposite to each other. That means angle is 180 degree. So we can say over there for whatever work is happening, that is negative. When the applied force does not cause any displacement, or when the force and the displacement are perpendicular to each other, so we can say over there force, whatever work is happening, that is 0. Please cancel it out. Overall try this part, which we have not to do this way. This also, whatever questions are coming related to that, overall this institute at work also, please cancel it out. Suppose an artificial light satellite is moving around the earth in a circular orbit. As the gravitational force acting on the satellite and its displacement are perpendicular to each other, the work done by the gravitational force is 0. Obviously, if the perpendicular relation is there, whatever work done is there, that is 0. Now we will solve few solved numericals which are very important, and this can come for 3 marks in your exam. Very easy and very nice explanation of solved example. We can solve this kind of example in the exercise also. Here solved examples, let's have a look. Please take your notebook along with you. When I am explaining it, please write it down in your notebook and listen first carefully. Example number 1 is, calculate the work done to taken an object of mass 20 kg to a height of 10 meter. Height is given over, that means acceleration due to gravity is indirectly given, that is g is equals to 9.8 it is, okay, 9.8 meter per second square. G is 9.8 meter per second square. Now we will write the given things. You can observe here mass is given, that is 20 kilogram, m is 20 kilogram. Next is that displacement is given, that is 10 meter, s is 10 meter. So here we are having g which is 9.8. Here it is 9.8. Please mention this as 9.8. My point is not coming clearly. So this 9.8 meter per second square. Now we are having a formula for force, that is mass into acceleration due to gravity. F is m into g. So 20 multiplied by 9.8. Why minus 9.8 only? Because height is given, right? The negative signs indicates that displacement is opposite in direction of the force. That is why this negative sign comes. So force you are getting after getting multiplication minus 196 Newton. Now we are having a formula for work, that is force into displacement. Force 196 into 10 minus 196, then work done is minus 1960 joule. So negative sign indicates that direction of force is opposite to the direction of displacement, so that the work done is negative. Next example, Praveen has applied a force of 100 Newton on an object at an angle of 60 degree to the horizontal. The object gets displaced in the horizontal direction and 400 joule work is done. What is the displacement of the object? We have to find over here S, which is displacement. So angle is given clearly, you can observe here theta is 60 degrees. So obviously in this formula, work formula, we have cosine angle. So whatever angle is there, that we will substitute with cos. So cos 60, as per the mathematics, cos 60 is 1 upon 2. So we will write given things. Theta is 60 degree. F is force, which is 100 Newton. Work done is also given 400 joule. We have to find S. So we can apply a formula which is with respect to an angle. So that is W is equals to Fs cos theta. We will substitute the given values. W is 400, F is 100, S we don't know, and cos 60 is half. So we'll do the calculation. This 100 is going to become over here. 400 divided by 100 is equals to half into S. So this 0 0 going to get cancelled and we are getting 4. This 4 multiplied by this 2. 4 into 2 is 8. So hence displacement is 8 meter. So the object will be displaced at through 8 meter. Please note down these numericals in your notebook. Our next topic is energy. Before to start this topic, we will discuss few points. Why does it happen? First, if a pot having a plant is kept in the dark, the plant languishes. On increasing the volume of music system or TV beyond a limit, the vessels in the house start vibrating. Obviously, all these things are happening in our day-to-day life. Collecting sunlight on a paper with the help of convex lens burns the paper. So why all these things are happening? Behind this there is a reason, that is the capacity of a body to perform work is called its energy. And everywhere some work is happening. What is happening? If we are increasing the volume, the vessels in the house is going to get vibration is there. So why it is getting vibrating? Some work is happening over there, and behind that work energy of the sound or system is there, right? So the capacity of a body to perform work, whatever work is happening over there, and that much capacity is there, so that capacity is called as energy of that work, right? So the unit of work and energy are same. Obviously the capacity of work is naming as energy, the capacity of work is naming as energy, so hence the unit of energy is also same. The SI system unit of energy is joule and CGS is erg. We have learned that energy exists in various forms like mechanical energy, heat energy, light energy, sound energy, electromagnetic energy, chemical energy, nuclear energy, solar energy. These kind of parts of energy. In this chapter we are going to study two forms of mechanical energy, namely as potential energy and kinetic energy. So our first energy is kinetic energy. So what is kinetic energy? So before to start the kinetic energy, we will see few examples. Based on that we can clear what is exactly kinetic energy. So a fast cricket ball strikes the stumps, and what is happening when it strikes the stumps? Then that stumps is moved from one place to another, right? The striker hits a coin on the carom board. When a striker hits a coin on a carom board, then all the coins get separate with each other, means something displacement is there, right? So whatever part based on it, so we can say energy is behind it. One marble strikes on another, so game of marbles. So from this example we can understand, when a moving object strikes a stationary object, whatever placed object is there, that is called as stationary object, and whatever moving object is there, when it is going to move, when we strikes on the another one, the stationary object moves. Thus the moving object has some energy, part or all of which it shares with the stationary object, thereby setting in its motion. The energy which an object has because of its motion is called its kinetic energy. Definition for kinetic energy is the energy which an object has because of its motion. Due to the motion, whatever energy is creating in it, that is called as kinetic energy. The work done by a force to displace a stationary object through a distance is the kinetic energy gained by the object. So hence we can say it as kinetic energy is equals to work done on the object. So we can say kinetic energy is force into displacement. We will stop here. Remaining part we will discuss in next lecture. Thank you.